What's up, guys? Trail here, better known as Budget Bill, and this is your second stimulus check update and stimulus package update for Tuesday, November the 17th. The stimulus talks have resumed this week in Washington. We actually have President Trump and President-elect Biden calling for more stimulus relief for the American people. As the country continues to increase in positive COVID cases, the country really needs a stimulus bill passed before the end of the year. And both Biden and Trump are calling on Congress to get this done right now. And then I also want to tell you about the $5,000 stimulus checks that's available for some of you out there in the form of rental assistance. But the problem is, no one is even applying for this free money. Now, those are just some of the topics that we are going to cover today, but before we get started, be sure to like this video if you like this type of content. It definitely helps out a lot as it takes a lot of time to research this information and to provide a scaled down version to share with you. Also, if you want to be a part of this community, we would love to have you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified of each new video that I upload. Hey guys, and happy Tuesday to you. It's great to be back as I took the day off yesterday, but let's go ahead and start this week off right with some positive news. Over the weekend, we had our own President Trump tweet a message calling for more stimulus relief. In his tweet, he called on Congress to move now and work with the Democrats to get a COVID relief bill. He also encouraged Congress to make it big and focused. Get it done, he said. Well, I paraphrased it a little bit, as you can see, but this is definitely some good news as President Trump really hasn't said much about a stimulus deal since prior to the election. As you recall, days leading up to the election, President Trump stated that he would pass the biggest stimulus package you have ever seen after he wins the election. Well, it doesn't appear that the election went in his favor, so most of us are just wondering if he actually changed his mind. But now that we have received his latest tweet, we can have hope once again about getting a stimulus deal passed. And then yesterday, Joe Biden spoke about his economic recovery plans during a news conference. Biden spoke about the struggles with the Trump administration in receiving proper news briefings. He also talked about global trade, student loan forgiveness, and how he wants to work with Republicans to get things done. Those are just some important topics, but the most important topic was that Biden urged to unify the country and calls for a stimulus deal before the winter gets here. I believe Joe Biden understands that the virus cases are going up at a rapid pace and the current administration has already washed their hands from this issue. But Biden urged Congress to work together on a bipartisan bill to get a stimulus package done before he enters the White House. Now, since the election, the Treasury Secretary, Steven Mnuchin, and Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, are no longer handling the negotiations with the House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi. The House Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, is now handling all negotiations from the Republican side. And most people feel that McConnell is the main roadblock in getting a second stimulus deal done. Well, perhaps that's if you are on the Democratic side. The deal is McConnell doesn't want another large stimulus package, and he doesn't believe the American people need more support. But he is willing to accept a smaller package similar to his skinny bill that he proposed a few months back. And he wants the second stimulus package to be a targeted bill. But on the other side of the aisle, Nancy Pelosi is still pushing for the $2.2 trillion package, in which some Democrats have gotten upset with Pelosi for not accepting the deal on the table that was offered last month. So now that Biden is planning on entering the White House in late January, he is accepting the responsibility and urging the Democrats and the Republicans to work together because that's what American people want us politicians to do. He said the refusal of Democrats and Republicans to cooperate with one another is not due to some mysterious force behind our control. He said it's our conscious decision. It's a choice that we make, he said. If we can decide not to cooperate, then we can decide to cooperate. So with this type of comment coming from Joe Biden, I can already tell that we have a different type of president for the next 4 years. But then again, we always see something different from the president once they are sworn in from what they campaigned on. So we will have to see how this first year of Biden goes. If he is willing and successful in working across the aisle, that seems to always be the challenging factor of being the president of the United States. And then in other news, millions of Americans are struggling right now from the effects of the pandemic in the United States, as well as other countries around the world. But here in the U.S., there are tons of people who are unable to pay their rent or mortgage payments as a result of the pandemic. And now we are starting to see more and more states offering some of the leftover monies from the CARES Act that was approved back in April. Just a few days ago, it was announced that those of you who live in Atlanta who have fallen behind on your rent or mortgage payments as a result of the pandemic will now have an opportunity to receive up to $5,000 in rental assistance. Right now, there are $22 million in federal funding available to people who need assistance with paying their rent or mortgage as a result of the pandemic. And you don't have to pay any of the money back. Now, see, this is the type of support that we want to see in every state where support is available for those who actually need it the most. But sadly, the people who are running this program say that most people don't even know about the program and that it exists, or even believe that the money is available at no cost or nothing in return. But there is a major problem in Atlanta right now with this program. They are stating that no one is actually applying for this free money. A reporter interviewed someone in Atlanta about the program, and shockingly, they stated that most people are afraid to let others know that they are actually struggling as a result from the pandemic. He said that they would rather be evicted than come talk to someone in fear of being judged. And I tell you guys, this right here, this just breaks my heart. I tell people all the time, pride has no value. Pride doesn't pay the bills. Pride doesn't have any benefit whatsoever. And to hear this story that pride would allow a person to be evicted before they ask for help from the government or any other assistance program, that is just insane to hear this right now. People are struggling right now, so ask for the assistance. This money that they are offering doesn't go to you directly. The money will go directly to pay your rent or your mortgage payments. This could potentially get you caught up with bills to prevent the eviction. Get rid of the pride and do it for your family, especially if you have children. They don't deserve this, guys. No one deserves this. And just as a quick reminder, if you are struggling right now and could use some assistance, there are many programs available out there in every major city and state. You just need to research the information in your specific area. And don't be shy or embarrassed. This pandemic was no one's fault. It is affecting people around the globe, not just people in your house. There is money in different programs that's available to most people that are affected by this pandemic. So swallow your pride and reach out for assistance. Hell, I actually posted a video about the pandemic EBT program that's available and the emergency allotment of food stamps. If you need help with putting food on the table, you need to apply for this assistance program until you get back on your feet, especially those of you who are either on SSI, SSDI, or any other Social Security programs. It's available to you as well. These programs are to assist citizens in this country, so take advantage of them as needed. And remember, you don't have to be on them forever. It could be just temporary. And I will also include a link up here as well as down below in the description so you can check out the video in relation to the pandemic EBT or the food stamps program. So if you live in Atlanta or you know someone that does, I will include a link in the description to the website to apply for the Pandemic Emergency Housing Assistance Program in Atlanta. Now, I hope this information is helpful to you guys. I have friends that have been affected by it and loved ones as well. I have personally encouraged them to do the same as well. So if you need help, definitely ask for it. And if you know someone else that needs help, point this video to them or point them in the right direction to get that assistance that they need. And with that being said, this has been your second stimulus check update news for today. If you found value in this video, be sure to press the like button for me as it really helps out the channel. Also, if you want to become a part of this community, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified of each new video. Other than that, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.